Ooh, welcome back to the Playtime channel. Today, Butcher House, Cemetery, Wheel.
I hope it's a yikes.
Oh, sticking with our semi-yikes. You know, October is the biggest music month, and I'm taking in a lot of stuff. So I think it is only right that we do Cemetery as a little bit of a break.
I knew that was coming, you coward.
It was between that and Bjork, so I'm sorry if anybody wanted Bjork, but those will be coming later. The wheel does not say Butcher House, but I'm doing Butcher House.
Changed your mind.
I may have bit off a little bit more I could chew with Bloody Angel. Yeah, we're going to do Butcher House. This is our second Cemetery record that we've done. We did the amazing Rainbow Bridge 3 a couple years ago. A record that I do genuinely enjoy. It won't. The reaction is one of my favorite things we've done. I do really enjoy that album. It's noisy and crazy, but it's fun, and it's very niche for the Halloween season. And in typical boy time fashion, this is going to be later than Halloween, but we're close enough. So
That's
it still
true.
counts. I don't think we were a fan of Rainbow Bridge 3.
No, I was not a fan of Rainbow Bridge 3. I can't say that I'm a big fan of Cemetery in general. Not my sound, not quite my tempo. I think it gets a little samey, but of course this is the video I go all out for. I dress up and change my record wall to all of my darkest albums, not content-wise, but cover-wise.
Random access memories is the most depressing thing
It's
I've ever
so
heard.
sad. It's so sad. But yeah, I am kind of excited, even though I'm buckled in to hate the next hour or so of my life. But
Well, this one's only
that's
35
fine.
minutes, so you get
Well, yeah, but
less
with us
content here.
talking,
True. Yes.
you know,
Yeah, I'm excited.
because I hate talking to you too, so it's
That's
kind of
true.
a double-edged sword.
Yeah, we don't do this out of free will. This is just an obligation that we've had in a contract.
No.
that we tried
Yeah,
to take
yeah,
it
we're
to
just
court,
business
but-
partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. I don't know what crazy, wacky stuff he's gonna do. I haven't listened to Rainbow Bridge 3 in a while, so I don't know if this is gonna be a stylistic switch up. But I don't know. I love Haunted Mountain so much that I feel like we need to do another one.
I have a feeling there's not going to be a
Hey,
stylistic switch.
you never know.
He's suddenly going to go jazz fusion with this one.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be something?
Okay, enough chatter. Let's get into it. The first track is Haunted Mound Reapers featuring Hackle.
It's about to pull up the Genius, but
I
I,
have the
actually
Genius,
don't.
though.
I don't think it matters.
Missed that sound.
Stick that cutter in your damn mouth. Cemetery grave, man, haunted till I'm in the ground. Still in the butcher house, coolin' with the haunted mound. I'm out, cemetery, full up with 2 knives. Do ya funky town? I'm a
That's a good one.
You can't tell me shit now. Hey, in my haunted house, I call it the butcher house. Held in my chain, and my watch partner. Look at my knives and my guns and my soul partner.
He's taking the Kendrick flow.
Why you think it was a funeral? Lord forgive me on highway to hell forever. Haunted mound, haunted mound, haunted mound, ha 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 ha. Haunted mound,
It's going Joker mode.
Tackle down on 'em, coming straight from the haunted mound. I put you down in the ground. Yo, bitch, want me to fuck her mouth? That bitch, you wanna go to shelter?
Why did he sound like MC Ride for a second?
I can't believe you just said that.
Haunted mound, haunted mound, haunted mound, haunted mound.
Madness, murder, and mayhem. It's a real haunted mound.
This is just like Thriller.
It really is. Haunted Mound Reapers.
I forgot how much I hated this. This, I don't know. This music sounds like, I don't know if you've seen Weird Al's movie UHF, but there's a scene where there's an evil TV executive and he's listening to like butt rock on his radio. And it's like a song that Weird Al just kind of like shit out in like a minute. And it's just like, we just need some stupid song to play that this dumbass is listening to. And this song reminds me of that song from the hit film UHF. I hate every second of it. I don't get the appeal at all. And I don't know. I'm just sad and angry right now that you made me do this. And the fact that you put this as a semi-yikes, I want to bring into question because I think that should be a criminal offense.
Yeah. I wanted to do bad albums again. We haven't done that in a while. So I snuck it in. And here we are. To be fair, we were going to do the 53-minute one. We're doing the 35-minute one. So,
well, I do thank you for that.
yes. I enjoyed that one, I think. I think that was good.
You going to give it a heart?
Spotify got rid of the heart since we last did this, which is soul crushing.
This is true. I
This
forgot
is
about
horrible.
that.
So I'm going to plus it. Whatever, check mark, whatever they.
That does not have the same ring at
doesn't.
all.
It's ruined. It's fun. I enjoy it. This unironically is better than like 90% of that new Lil Uzi album. So I think he's really sticking it to the competition here.
Is that the competition?
I guess so.
Okay.
Of like shut your brain off, stupid, like insane trap type stuff. I feel like it kind of falls in the same lane, except this one's
Interesting.
Halloween coded, spooky.
It's very scary.
I don't know. It's fun. It's a novelty. I don't know. My IQ low, but I go dumb is funny. I love the
That is
outro
funny.
with the death, madness, murder, and mayhem. If you've seen Letterkenny, the group of like meth heads or like tweakers that show up, this sounds like them. They just like greasy hair, basement dwelling, edgy boys in their Truey jeans. It just,
Yeah.
it goes hard. That's all I have to say about that.
I guess. Yeah. I guess.
All right. Baba Yaga, track 2.
Awesome. We're going to be getting into some Witch House.
Yes, sir. I'm trembling in my boots.
Voices in my head got me fucked up. I go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby,
Goes hard in the Russian village.
bitch, I'm Bobby, he can get it laid down. See over his head now, it's a fucking ghost house.
Whoever annotates these genius pages are fantastic creatures.
Oh, yeah. It's a cute dog.
Rockin' jeans and Truly jeans and flag until I'm in the dark. Fuck my liver, makes all I do is alcohol. I don't think I'll live it, I don't need a normal life at all. No, just fuck up. Feel like baby, with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I'll go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I'll go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I'll go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I'll go with my color up. Bitch, I'm Bobby, I'll go with my color up.
Baba Yaga.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Every single one of these songs is exactly the same. The only thing I can think of with this song is, does Baba Yaga have knives? I thought that she was just like an old witch.
I guess so in this crazy universe, yeah. I feel like it wouldn't be
okay.
a Cemetery song if he didn't have his cutter up.
Well, yeah, like the pyramid head thing I
Yeah.
get because he has his like
Big
berserk
ol'
cleaver
yeah.
thing, but Baba Yaga's just an old hag.
True.
Like I don't know. I think this is my problem with Cemetery is that it's just like a bunch of buzzwords. It's just like super dark and edgy for like no reason. It's just like, oh, I do drugs. I go to a graveyard. I cut people. I shoot people. I fuck girl. And it's just like, shut up. Literally nothing here. I don't ever want to meet anyone that unironically likes this stuff because I don't think I would get along with them very much.
I know the Haunted Mountain concerts smell crazy.
Oh, I don't think you could pay me enough money to go to one of those.
Where do you get a venue for this stuff? Just like outside the.
They probably play at like football arenas, selling
Yeah.
it out, stuff like that.
That'd be so strange going to a cemetery show. I think comparing yourself to an old hag from a Slavic myth is a very cool thing to do.
I guess so.
I don't understand the similarities between the two creatures here, but I do enjoy that one. I like how much like noisier this one was than the last track. Rainbow Bridge 3 had like an insane amount of noise and confusion. This feels a lot more accessible. Maybe I'm brain broken, but this feels a lot
can't-
easier to get into.
I can't believe you're saying these things.
I don't know.
I think this is the most we've ever disagreed on,
Yes.
on something.
I feel like
this is like
we've been agreeing too much.
our tastes over the course of the show. Our tastes have kind of aligned. We're like
They're an
we're
X,
kind
we're
of both.
just-
Yeah, I guess so. But like we're both like super into folk. We're getting into like experimental stuff, or at least I have. Like I feel like you've rubbed off a lot on me in terms of like my musical taste. This is like we're on opposite sides of the spectrum here, and I don't ever see myself liking this.
Yeah, that's fair. I could see this going in a crazy, like, scary movie, like, car chase scene, though.
It would have to be in like a dumb,
In, like,
it would have to be
literally
in, like,
scary movie.
yeah, it would have to be, or in like Malignant, where
Yes.
like it's just like intentionally campy and schlocky. So maybe
I think it
James
works.
Wan, check it out.
Put Cemetery on. Okay.
Yeah,
Track 3. In the Field Where I Found You.
me.
Love song?
I hope so. Just a piano ballad out of nowhere.
Bitch, I'm a fucking mound boy. Mound boy. Nah, I ain't trying to look bad, boy. Come around here, boy, don't belong here. Talking about don't believe in skinwalkers, I will show ya. Guess you don't believe in me, too bad I'm gonna haunt ya. What's it like to see the world, girl? I will show ya. Fuck the world, see my pussy
No one should say, "What's the thou?" in this kind of song.
in the ground. I want to stay forever. In the field where I found ya. Little bitch, I'm a fucking mountain boy. Mountain boy. Nah, I ain't trying to look back, boy. Come around here, take it slow, take it slow. Baby, by the corpse, there ain't no soul, boy. Soul, boy. Nah, I ain't trying to look back, boy.
In the Field Where I Found You.
First things first, are you gonna give it a heart or
No,
a
I don't.
plus? Okay. Have you given any of them a
The
plus
last two.
since
The
first
last two.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What was it about that one? where you're like, that one's not it for me.
You know, it felt too much like a croony, like, cloud rap song. I want hard, just straight garbage and noise filtered in through my headphones with bass that just makes my body shake.
What were you getting like hints of Travis Scott? Like what?
This one felt too I don't know. It didn't have the hard kind of drill feel that I like from Cemetery. It got a little soft on me.
Yeah. That's my problem with it too. I don't know. I don't know, maybe this is completely out of line. I was kind of getting a little bit of like Cardi in that.
Okay,
Like a little bit.
Yeah, I could actually see that. Maybe that's why
Okay.
I don't like it as much, because I feel like he's getting out of his lane a little bit.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is that you're not really a fan of musical experimentation.
No.
You like artists to kind of just
In this
stay down
one
the
very,
middle
very, very specific case, I think Cemetery should do the one thing he does over and over and over again.
Well, luckily for you, that's mostly what he does.
That's true. Yeah, I think like I really do not like country music. It gives me a really sour feeling. But when it comes to my white trash, like music about dead deer on your Chevys and all that kind of stuff, I like this. This feels more authentic. It feels more grimy. It feels more in the dirt than these highly produced, highly commercial country songs. This is more true to the small town white America experience.
That's true.
Because people are going to be doing drugs. They're going to be going to the cemetery late at night. They're going to cut
Absolutely.
people, you know? It's how life works.
Right. Right. Yeah, is this Juggalo core, would you say?
I feel like it's one step removed. Yeah, I feel like it's very similar. Although I feel like all Haunted Mound fans are like 19-year-old white boys on the internet that like type in emojis.
That's true. Have you seen Cemetary's tweets?
They're
all like that.
fantastic. One of my favorite comment sections was our Rainbow Bridge 3 video, because I was so confused about why people were saying, I love Haunted Mound, and that's it.
It's good stuff.
It is. Suffer, track 4. With our boy Buckshot, of course.
Oh, Buckshot. I love him. Or her. Because I shouldn't judge.
Now that's more like it. Nobody doesn't like him.
Like a affliction, skewer with an oak tree branch. I just saw it all. All these wings of all my G's. I'm not trying to go to heaven. I'm just trying to be released. Start beating with a
I'm looking at the Genius page and I had no idea where we are. I couldn't keep up. Suffer.
Okay, so I think this is like the worst Cemetery song that like I've heard, but I actually really liked Buckshot's part. I thought that he
Went on.
actually had a really interesting, like, he had some like technical skill. Not a lot. This isn't like Nas coming up on the track or anything, but I'm just like, he's got it a little bit. I'm just so used to Cemetery just going, just like that over and over again. It's so one note, but he's pulling off like a little bit of technical stuff. He's doing some syncopation. I'm like, what is this Haunted Mound? I thought that it was all just noise, but there was actually some substance to it. But yeah, I hated Cemetary's part.
That was my favorite one by far.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
think
glad
that's
you
one of the
like
best Sematary songs, actually.
Oh,
I don't know. I
good.
treat it like a horror movie where like horrible things happen to people, but it's kind of like, hey, it's a horror movie. I don't care.
Oh, sure.
I feel like that's what I treat it. But the lyrics on this one were hilarious and fantastic. And Buckshot did his thing on the feature.
Yeah.
He went dummy, as the kids say. I love the I pull up with reapers up in my Jeeper Creeper. That's genuine wordplay. I'm sorry. That's fantastic.
No wordplay at all. That's just 3 words that
Jeeper
rhyme.
Creeper is the best name for a Jeep you could possibly have.
That's just the name of the truck from Jeepers Creepers.
It's
That's not
still the
wordplay.
best word I've ever heard. Yeah, that was fantastic. I love that one. This next song I showed my girlfriend about 6 months into our relationship, and I fortunately still have that relationship somehow. It came
Crazy.
up in my shuffle, and I let it play, and I'm still breathing. So we're here.
And you're
Hallowed-
still happily in a relationship.
Yes, hallowed be my wrist. Track 5. Hardest name for a song ever. I feel like the Silent Hill references are the only ones that make sense.
That's true.
I feel like he's not opening his mouth.
It's open. He's just not moving it. Hallowed be my wrist. That was awesome. That was like, what is that Denzel Curry, King of the Glorious South or whatever?
Mischievous South.
Mischievous South. It was like that, but for I don't want to
This.
say anything too offensive. I was gonna say stupid people, but I held my tongue. I just want that on the record that I showed self-restraint and then I didn't. So, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, I feel like I enjoy the name of that song more than I enjoy the sound of that song, and that's okay. The Haunted Mound posse cut here, but they left off my boy Buckshot, which, as we've seen,
That's true.
He does have the best flow in
I think so.
in the Haunted Mound.
I think so.
I love how Cemetery is like, I'm smoking so much it's Silent Hill, and then Hackle's like, I can't smoke 2 cigarettes, my chest hurts. And then Cemetery comes back in, he's like, "Grr." That's a great posse cut. It shows flow throughout the song.
That's true.
Rivals
That
the
is
best
true.
of Griselda cuts. Yeah. West Side Gun on a Cemetery beat would go crazy.
That actually would be pretty good.
I would enjoy that.
They
quite
should
a
link
bit.
up.
Haunted Mound should have like a West Side Gun ripoff. Like I feel like I feel like this is an alternate universe where like all of these people are characters of other rappers in like normal hip hop. I feel like we need a
Oh,
West
yeah.
Side Gun version of someone on Haunted Mound. So
I think Hackle was kind of giving me 21 Savage vibes, the way that he was just kind of shouting his name every
true.
couple of seconds. So, yeah, there's probably a Haunted Mound West Side Gun, or at
I
least
hope so.
there should be. But yeah, I do like that how Cemetery said Silent Hill. I don't know why he said it like that, but it was funny.
That's the
So I'll
artistic
give,
genius coming through.
yeah, those are the only points I'm gonna give the
Okay.
song because I did like the way he said Silent Hill.
Okay. Hate and Gasoline, track 6.
Oh, ooh, it's a Nickelback song now.
Either.
Well, give me whiskey and I'll get loaded. Feel like a sick man and I'm burning. It's all up in my coffin. Ain't got a passport, but I got a shotgun. Can't feel nothing, but nothing.
This is giving Ronnie Radke in the worst way possible.
I'm glad you said it.
So the way I work the iron, big black Cadillac, run you under my tires. I'll sleep when I'm dead, but I'm so tired. I wanna set the motherfucking world on fire. Gasoline high, goddamn my night shine bright, coming for ya in the night. Bitch, I'm out for blood tonight. Gouge eyes, power lines, I'ma chase it through the pine. All I need is hate and gasoline, and I will ride until the end. Alcoholics, real, haunted, mound.
Hate and Gasoline.
Or are we only halfway through? That's the question.
That is surprising to me.
I'm very glad you decided to go with this album
Yeah.
instead of the hour-long one, because I'm already exhausted. I don't know. Can I just say that the references that he's doing in this album are really weird? Like, I understand, like, referencing, I guess, Jeepers Creeper. That's still kind of weird because that's not like a super scary movie, but like. Why is he referencing Mad Max out of nowhere? Calling gasoline guzzling?
I feel
which
like
is,
he had Mad Max references all over Rainbow Bridge 3, and people were like drawing connections to them, even though it obviously wasn't a Mad Max reference. I remember that part of the album.
why? What's with the Mad Max
don't know.
references? That doesn't make any sense. Because that's not like a super gory, like evil horror movie
Maybe
franchise either.
he just resonates with it, I guess.
Just likes car
He
action.
just likes,
I guess.
yeah. And can you
Whatever.
blame him?
No, I can't. That's the one thing that him and I might agree on, actually. Yeah, that one was fine, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Felt like a Ronnie Radke song, which is not really a good thing you want to have. I don't know. I think the song was boring, and I think as Cemetery, the one thing you cannot do is be boring. I think the track needs to be loud and in your face, so you get distracted by how plain his vocals get sometimes, most of the time, if we're being honest. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. You had a guitar, and then his voice came in, and I had like a visceral reaction to just hearing his voice without a whole bunch of distorted bass over the top of it, and I think that wasn't good. So, but
Not a very versatile artist, unfortunately.
yeah.
I will
Okay.
say I was impressed that someone actually played an instrument.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Smoking Out the Grave, track 7.
Smoking out the grave. Smoking out the grave until we meet again. Closer by the cross where I put my teddy bear. Down a dark lane, my dreams are buried there. Five ghosts in my smoke, I said, Johnny, don't be scared.
Why does he talk like that?
Because it's edgy.
Die.
Nobody would live with that.
Smoking out the grave, out the grave. In a black Cadillac, riding down the range.
The acapella really works for him. Smoking out the grave.
Did you like this one? Did you
Not
give it a
really.
plus?
No, it was okay.
That's what,
Middle
for
of the
some
road.
reason, the whole time during that song, I was thinking, I'm like, what if we get a bunch of comments from Haunted Mound fans being like, this is the worst album of his?
I think
you guys
they,
really should.
yeah. I
Like,
think
is
they
that a
know that it's
possibility?
bad.
Really?
I think that's part of the appeal. Because, like, it shouldn't work, but it works. And
It does?
it's fun. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to learn. Yeah, yeah.
I think
that's what
there
this
is an appeal for this kind of funny, whimsical, dark, weird trap that is just drugged out of its mind.
I guess so. This is like the inverse of Blade, where Blade is like light and whimsical, and this is
Yeah.
evil and whimsical.
Ooh, Haunted Mound. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know if that needs to be said, but I don't much care for this song.
Yeah, this one was okay. I think there were elements of it that I liked, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a very basic Cemetery fan. I like when things are very loud and noisy and hard to decipher. I think I've just broken my brain over the years of like anything that is incredibly distorted, I am in. Like that's what I do. Earth 2 is one of my favorite albums of all time, and it's not even music. It's just a distorted guitar for an hour. So I don't know. There's an appeal in this. I think when I was halfway through Rainbow Ridge 3 and our minds were melted, I was like starting to just hear his voice as just another wave of sound in the mix of noise, and it worked really well. It just kind of added a layer to it. Here I feel like his voice is too prevalent, and I don't really like his voice by itself because it is incredibly grating and one note.
Oh, so what you're saying is that Cemetery needs to take some vocal lessons or something?
Not vocal
Really
lessons.
hone
I think
his
he needs to
craft?
like do something with his inflection to make it more interesting. Like on the song I didn't like, I think the last one. Actually no, I think it was in The Field Where I Found You. He was doing some cool enunciation where he was like like really aggressively.
Oh, was he?
I think so. I can't remember at this point.
I don't know.
I'll stop
all
talking.
these songs. That's what I'm like. I'm like, you're so full of shit.
We don't dial 911.
I guess.
Put you in the dirt, boy. I got a badass bitch like on your Taylor Joy. I'm a dirty boy, shooty boy, bitter boy. Matter of fact, bitch, I'm a fucking mound boy.
He says Mound Boy at least 5 times in every song. He's trying to do a bridge. Why does every song have 30 seconds of the instrumental like phasing out? We don't dial 911.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna get the little thing out of the way. Anya Taylor-Joy is not the witch in The Witch. I don't know. That's just a stupid thing. But also, I'm like, there's no way he's seen The Witch. That movie is too slow for Cemetery, I think. It's too slow for me. But also, can I just say how fucked up the intro is? Like, sincerely? Like, the intro audio clip, I just did some digging on it. It's like someone like broke into this lady's house and he like sampled the 911 call of her like reporting it. And like I'm not gonna say that like you can't use stuff that like is real, that has like real consequences, like Rage Against the Machine actually having that dude burning himself on the cover, or like Spike Lee using footage of people dying in protest to accentuate his point. Like that's fine, or it's not. I don't know. There's a reason for it. This feels like straight up exploitation. It is just really like straight up just fucked up. Like it is like unconscionable.
He's appealing to the horror fan base that just likes actual gore.
It's just that's just gross. That's like it's not. You're not saying anything. It's just straight up exploitation, and it's just not okay. Like it's fucked. That's all I want to say.
This song's okay. I like it more than the last couple.
Let's talk about the musicality of it.
There's no musicality.
You tried to do a bridge.
He did try to do a bridge. It kind of worked, but kind of didn't. I don't know. Whenever he slows things down, like my little pea brain just like shuts off immediately. I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm out. Maybe that's just me having a very closed view on Cemetery as an artist. Maybe I need to expand my thinking about his whole artistic range before I really understand it. Yeah. I just love the genius annotation that says Cemetery hates the world, but he loves his girlfriend Paula. And then there was an edit that just said they broke up. That was just funny to me. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that track.
That's fair.
Angel Makers featuring Turnabout.
When is Buckshot gonna come back?
I don't know.
Should just listen to a Buckshot record.
We should.
No, I
Comment the best Buckshot record so I can put it on the wheel.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Alcoholics laughing all the way to hell.
That is not the laugh you should have used.
That's not how Donald Duck laughs.
He tried. Angel Makers.
I thought Turnabout did okay. There was some things he did were pretty good. Some things he did were pretty bad. He's he's no Buckshot, but that's okay. He's better than Cemetery, who at this point I'm convinced is a talentless hack. I don't know. Let's just move on. Can we just go to the end of the album already?
We got 3 songs. We're almost there. I like that one quite a bit. That one's one of my favorites, I think. Cemetery did something different, and I think it worked.
He did?
The chorus was fun. He had a little bit of a different flow into it. He was going a little bit quicker. Usually he's like, and then takes 10 minutes to get somewhere. Although every one of these songs starts with like 13 different like producer tags, and it takes 30 seconds for anything to start. And then at the end, there's always something that like has to fade out. So there's usually a song buried within like 45 seconds to a minute worth of just build up.
That's true.
Which, whatever. I feel like Turnabout, everybody on this record is out rapping Cemetery, which I guess shouldn't be a surprise, but I feel like he's not the main star of the show.
No.
But that one was a lot of fun. I think it had the energy that I've been wanting, that we haven't really gotten on the past couple of tracks. So,
Wow.
very
Well,
good.
that's good for you.
Yes, it is very good for me. I'm enjoying my pick. I'm not really, but there's a couple of songs. Burn a Cop Car, track 10.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
On a cop car, burn a cop car. Only good cop is a dead cop.
This video was not getting monetized.
No, it's not.
Throw a Molotov, burn that fucking pig alive. Burn a cop car, burn a cop car. Take on my dick and live by. Fuck a blue line, alcoholics, rest in piss. Burn a cop car, burn a cop car. Throw a Molotov, burn that fucking pig alive. Burn a cop car, burn a cop car. Only good cop is a dead cop. Burn a cop car.
Alcoholics laughing all the way to hell.
Again.
Don't use that laugh. Burn a Cop Car.
Wow. I've never heard a song that I agreed with so much that I hate it at the same time. It's an interesting dichotomy.
It is.
Now I'm starting to think that me and Cemetery might be able to get along. You know, I can like fake being, 100 IQ points dumber and just like watch Mad Max with him and beat up some cops or something. Like I feel like that could be an all right day. As long as he doesn't take me to the graveyard or play any of his music.
Where he
I think
spends most of his time, I think.
I know.
On
I
a
know.
haunted mound.
On a haunted mound. Maybe his house is on a haunted mound.
I would
That'd be
hope so.
interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he'd be chill to hang with. He's the kind of friend where it's like you kind of hang out with him every once in a while, but then he gets a little crazy and you're like, okay, that's fine. I just want to watch Mad Max, though.
It just can you turn Fury Road back on, please? Can we stop? I love that you're showing me your H.R. Giger art book called Necronomicon, but like, can we not for a second?
I don't know. I like that track, I think. It doesn't
Oh,
sound good at all, but I like the lyrics.
Okay. Glad you're a
know.
substance guy.
Yeah. Sometimes the substance is half the battle. Usually it is. Most of the time, I would say.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like I do like the political commentary on Rainbow Bridge 3. He intersperses it quite a bit throughout there.
There is.
There is.
What does he say?
I think it goes across quite well. Mostly this, but like in more an
Okay.
eloquent and better way that fits into a song more than just saying this over and over again.
Really? I thought that this was pretty well done.
Yeah. I feel like you could take this and put it over a different instrumental and it might go a little harder, or give it to somebody that's not Cemetery, but I like the message, so I'm not going
So-
to harp on the track too much.
You're saying if Macklemore took a swing at it, it might be better?
No, not Macklemore. I
But
love
he's like the
Macklemore as a
socially
person.
conscious guy.
Yeah, I love him as a person, but his music still does not sound good, and I apologize for that, Macklemore. You're doing great, but it just does not sound good. He's trying, though, and I really appreciate that.
I'll take it.
Maybe Playboy Cardi would be good on that one. I could see that. He's got that demon in him. He can
Does
do
he
it.
do anti-cop stuff in his
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I thought his stuff was mostly just jumping out of houses and stuff.
yeah, I
like
think he
that.
does like to do that.
Yeah. Or jumping on Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Go dig my grave. Why don't you?
I didn't have the track list pulled up, but I thought you just said that. Wow, what do you got against Dave Grohl?
What's that like to see the
Don't ask me that.
That means you're shallow grave.
The name of the next album.
It's all bland. What?
I think he bought a Cadillac DeVille just because it sounds like devil.
Probably.
You hate me so much, go and dig my grave.
Go dig my grave.
Yeah, you really showed the haters with that one, I think.
Stepping on business, as they say.
I'm exhausted, I think. That's what it comes down to. I can't take any more of this.
Well, good thing we only have one more song.
I'm frankly so sad that we have one more. I wish that it was done already.
I don't know. The next song has a lot to live up to because I think Crucifixion is a fantastic closer on Rainbow Bridge 3. That might be my favorite Cemetery song. So he's got a history of good closers on the one thing I've heard from him. So
Yeah, he's like Bon Iver.
yes. Stacks versus
can't believe I
Crucifixion.
just said
I don't know
that.
which one I'm taking. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Little Lamb. Last track. Track 12. It's a Bon Iver song.
Stable out now.
Little Lamb.
I'm so tired. I don't know. I don't know if I could even formulate a sentence. I think I just kind of let that song wash over me. I don't even. It's just over, and I don't think I could tell you a single thing about how it sounded. What I mean to say is that it was great.
I think it was a pretty powerful closer. Getting introspective and real. I think it hit me pretty hard. Apparently the Genius description said this is a ballad to his ex-girlfriend, which I don't know how you could get that out of this. But songwriting can be a interesting thing. I don't know. Ballad, first off, I don't know if I classify it as that. I guess in the Cemetery universe, this would be pretty ballady.
I guess I'm gonna kill you in the woods tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice you and spill your blood in the woods.
I love you.
Maybe that's just his way of saying I'm sorry. Who are we to judge? That being said, I thought the chorus was pretty nice. The instrumental was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I don't think the verse was necessary. I think if you're gonna go for a ballad, just go full out, like chorus, pre-chorus, like just do it. I think it works. Surprisingly,
You-
it's the only slower
would've-
track I've given, a positive thing on
It's the only track you give a positive thing on.
for like slower tracks.
Oh,
I don't like any of the slow songs on this, or slow in terms of what he usually does. So
What's that MGMT song on the new album that was like the Total Eclipse of the Heart song?
oh, the freaking with the Christina and the whatever. Yeah, I need to listen to that album again. I forgot that came out this year.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
been underrating
I
that
think
thing.
I would have liked Cemetery to do that song.
That would be pretty cool. I think Cemetery should be featured on more things. I could see Cemetery and Peggy going hard on a collab. I think that would produce something.
I disagree.
Yeah. Denzel, maybe. I don't know.
I think
He sounds like Chief Keef, so maybe a Chief Keef collab.
maybe. I think I would rather Cemetery just kind of stay where he is. I don't really want him tainting anything for me. Like, what if there's like a really great Denzel Curry song and then Cemetery's on it, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to skip it after the first minute because then Cemetery comes on. And he's going to say the same thing that he said for the 25 or so tracks I've heard from him that are all the same. It's chorus, verse, chorus, and it's all about haunted mound sacrifice, devil, oxys, glocks, cutting yourself.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, Mad Max,
Cadillac DeVille's.
Anya Taylor-Joy. It's just like the same. It's all the same. So. What I mean to say is that it's a modern classic, and I think everyone should listen to it at least once. Just it's like an experience.
It's true.
like
It is
the
an
Dementia
experience.
album.
That is true. Yeah. I don't know. Overall, not as good as Rainbow Bridge 3. Wasn't expecting that. It's okay. Solid. I don't think the highs reach the highs of Rainbow Bridge 3. Creeping Through the Woods, you can't get the first listen back on that. Like, I can never listen to that song for the first time again, and I think that's sad. Crucifixion also. It's a great song.
Sad.
But yeah, I think it's a decent effort from Cemetery. It's a little bit more down to earth in terms of not being just noised out of its mind like Rainbow Bridge 3. For me, that's a negative thing, but maybe for the Haunted Mound family as a large, maybe that's nice for them. Get a little bit of a break. I'd like to know who listens to this on like a regular basis. Who's the audience for this?
Can they post photos in the comments?
I already know what you look like. Just why do you listen to it?
Well, that's what I wanted to see. I want to see what the target demo is for this. I want to see these people. Are they the type of like 35-year-old dudes that have a crow? Like,
Ooh,
is
maybe.
that it?
I don't think so. I feel like it's like
not goths.
I feel like it's 19-year-olds who are like ironically but unironically like involved in this kind of thing. I feel like
Are
it's
they
a
from
semi
Arkansas?
maybe. I think this screams Arkansas, Appalachia, those kind of areas. It's really representative of the lower class white families in America and tiny towns where a lot of this stuff is just like, whoa, drugs and drinking and everybody's sad and depressed because we're all poor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that's kind of where we're at here. That being said, I'd love to have him score a horror movie. I feel like it'd be really fun if there was just like a wacky horror movie that's like still a horror movie but not too serious, and then they do Cemetery or just Haunted Mound in general on the soundtrack. I think that would go over quite well.
It would have to be in like Terrifier. Like there's literally
Yes,
no
I think
other
Terrifier would be the
context.
perfect context for a Cemetery album to soundtrack a horror movie.
Yeah. I agree.
Meaningless
I think
gore
that would be
and
fun.
despair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad we experienced this today. I feel so much better having listened to that.
I can't believe you're lying. You're a liar. How do you feel better having listened to that?
I feel a
How is your
cathartic
day
release now
improved?
that I'm done listening to it and I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day.
Well, that's true. I guess there is a sense of dread, the upcoming dread that is over.
Yes.
I will never have to listen to this again. And unless you do something insane, like put another one of these godforsaken albums on your list, I'll never have to listen to any of these again for the rest of my life.
I would like a buckshot one. I think we need Babjab here next time, just to share the wealth. He's hard to grab nowadays, but yeah.
This is like the ring. We need to show it to someone to save ourselves.
Yes. But yeah, what a great experience. It's always fun to take a break. There's been a lot of good music, and I feel like this counterbalances it. I couldn't handle another good album right now because I'm full. This is the perfect
Why?
counterbalance.
Why?
Sometimes too much of a good thing makes it not seem as good, you know? If you listen to
Yes.
only good stuff, there's no counterbalance. You don't know how good it truly is.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. And we don't listen to a lot of bad music generally.
No, not really.
I
for
listen
that
to
one
plenty
album.
of bad music.
Oh,
Yeah. The Beth Gibbons album's terrible.
it will
It's
not
the
be
worst
on my
album
list.
of the year.
Vultures 2, pretty good. That one, not good.
Okay, that one was Vultures 2, I gotta give you. That one actually
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Well, these are miles ahead of both the Vultures, the Vulture albums. I will give them that.
Yeah.
Cemetery is genuinely so much more enjoyable than sitting through those disastrous. I guess they're
So-
albums.
What you're saying is that Cemetery is a better artist than Kanye West?
Currently,
That's what you want?
yes.
That's what you want to put down on
Currently,
on
yes.
record?
I'm putting that on record. I think Cemetery is more creative, more innovative. He's more exciting than current day Kanye West.
Okay.
And Ty
you're just-
Dolla Sign too. I'll throw Ty Dolla Sign in there too.
Okay. And you're willing to record that?
Yes,
and
I will put
make
it out
public.
on video. I don't think it's a hot
Okay.
take at this current moment.
I do. I think
Okay.
I honestly think that there is absolutely no
You haven't heard
artistic
Vultures.
merit.
You haven't heard Vultures.
No,
You don't know how bad it gets.
No. I think there is absolutely no artistic merit to anything that I just listened to. There is nothing good that just happened. This is absolutely the worst possible thing that I could have listened to. I honestly am upset that I spent an hour of my life that I'm never ever going to get back. This is easily maybe the worst album I've ever listened to. And you're here saying that Kanye is worse than Cemetery,
Currently, yes.
which I honestly can't believe. And I
Post
don't like Kanye.
2022, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I had a fun time. I think this music provides fun and excitement and wonder into the music landscape.
Wonder.
Wonder of how on earth someone makes
Oh.
so many of these.
Okay.
And somewhat seriously makes them, but I imagine there's some layer of irony in there, but I don't
I
want
have
to
to
peek behind the
believe that.
curtain. So
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
true. It's like Joe Pera. You never want to
Yes.
know. I never want to see that mask come off.
exactly.
Even if it's a character, I don't want to know. I want to believe that that's a real person.
Yes.
And so it's the same with Cemetery for you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to believe that there's an evil, devil worshipping, killer, murderer, drug addict that's
Yeah.
on the loose.
Except it's just a white boy that's probably completely normal. Yeah. If you want to see our masks off, listen to our podcast. Where we get
So-
crazy.
I can't even plug right now. I'm so sad.
We listen to movies and watch music and play video
We do.
games. So we talk about
We
it
do.
there.
Yeah. We just did a lot of horror stuff on the
Mm-hmm.
show. So if you want to listen to that, check it out. And it's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
love
I
Haunted
love
Mound.
horror stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. This is right up my alley.
Bye.